I don't know if y'all done seen this recent photo of these basketball players. Somebody called Dr. Umar.
Mind you, all the players are black and all the girlfriends were white.
Because a lot of times when you have athletes, especially who come from like predominantly black communities and a lot of times low income communities, and this is kind of like their golden ticket out of the hood.
White women are a status symbol.
That maybe as they appreciate maybe more. Don't mind being held accountable.
These are the women that take accountability. Accountability is like kryptonite for a lot of you niggas. We get blamed for everything y'all do. We get blamed for the state of the community, responsibility, and we take accountability when a lot of you just flee.
That's the real reason. They still want us, but not the version of us that's always battling with him.
I don't know if y'all done seen this recent photo of these basketball players going viral. Is these the Pacers? Somebody called Dr. Umar.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Because first and foremost, the two of them girls look the same. And the one in the top left, she look like her damn name Molly. Fucking Molly. I can't even think of the other two, goddamn. But man, somebody call Umar. Get Umar on the phone. And fast. Call Umar.
I found it so funny. Hold up. I need to stop. So the Indiana Pacers, they posted a picture of the players and their girlfriends, wives, fiancés getting on the plane to travel. Mind you, all the players are black and all the girlfriends were white.
Snow bunny heaven, snow bunny heaven.
The comments, oh my gosh, the tweets. That was some of the funniest stuff I've seen on the internet this week. You know why? Because where's Dr. Umar? Where's Dr. Umar?
I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Somebody said, do they realize they're giving the generational wealth to the other side? And I also found this so funny because as a black girl who likes sports, I'm always like, okay, this is a nice player. What their girlfriend look like? Okay, she's not me. All right, next. And then when I see a black player with a black girlie, I'm like, oh. Like, why am I shocked that my black men in sports are dating black women? Oh my gosh. That is so funny to me.
See, the thing is, what's going on now is I don't know why this is still happening. What I mean, what am I talking about? Am I talking about black men dating outside? No, not at all. I'm talking about these ladies still hating on black men dating outside. Now, you guys already know, I've even made other videos before where it's proven white men date outside. There's reasons. Even because the guy said, we need to get Dr. Umar. He was joking. But even Dr. Umar said why black men date outside. Right? But I thought we were all one people. I'm just being real. Because I don't think it's that they're targeting white ladies. Are they more cooperative? Yes. Are every other race of woman more cooperative? Yes. Is that more cooperative than every black woman? No, because you can't put every black woman into a box. So, and everybody knows this. Of course, I understand they're trying to make content. That's what it is. And this is really the only content to make. So what happens is people respond to every single thing they see. So me, myself, I wouldn't be talking about what another man is doing. What I mean? I'm talking about if I was them. This wouldn't be my concern. But just for the simple fact you're giving it the time of day, it shows that's something that's on your mind. So why did you feel that was okay to talk about if it wasn't on your mind? Oh, you said, oh, I have nothing else to say? No, you seen that and you actually felt a certain way. And that's a problem.
So the NBA draft just passed and everyone's still wondering about why every single professional athlete seems to have a white girlfriend or a girlfriend who's like super light skin, almost white. So I worked a whole entire year in marketing and sports for professional athletes, but I also live in Miami, so I've met a lot of like professional athletes as well, just because it's Miami. And let me tell you something. When there's a black man, especially a black man who's come from a predominantly like black community, right? And he's about to go into the NFL, NBA draft, whatever the case may be, and they're waving millions of dollars in his face for endorsements, brand deals, sponsorships, whatever the case may be, the brands most of the time want proximity to whiteness. So that means whatever the brand wants, they're going to get. And especially when you have managers and agents who are like money driven and who know they're going to get that 3 to 5% cut off of that athlete, they're going to encourage the athlete to date a white woman.
Are you sure about that?
They're going to encourage that athlete to date women who are very light skinned and also have a very classy persona on social media.
Whoa. It doesn't work like that. You can't put that into the atmosphere. It doesn't go like that. Guys are meeting these girls in college. They're getting with girls from the community top sometimes, and it's a nightmare. That's not happening. But let her finish though.
Yeah, because that's what brands are going to pay the most money for. Because a lot of times when you have athletes, especially who come from like predominantly black communities and a lot of times low income communities, and this is kind of like their golden ticket out of the hood, if that makes sense, they're going to do whatever it takes to get that money, especially when there's millions of dollars on the line and they're not used to money. So many black creators, even on here, they come and tell you that they don't make the same as their white counterparts. And even me, as a light-skinned black woman, it's like, I know that I have privilege, but I also know there's my same white counterparts doing the exact same thing, getting paid way more than I am. So imagine a darker skinned creator. So think about it. A lot of these athletes, this is their golden ticket out. This is their golden ticket to the life that they've been dreaming of for them and their family. So if they have to be in a proximity to whiteness to get millions of dollars, they're going to do it. And their agents, their managers, everyone on their team is going to push them towards that. And I'm not saying that those black professional athletes can't like white girls. That might be 100% their type. But if they're given the opportunity to pick between a beautiful white girl and a beautiful black girl, they're going to pick that beautiful white girl.
I wonder why.
Because she is going to give them that proximity to whiteness and then is going to get them paid way more than dating that black girl, because then brands will see them as more marketable because they're closer to whiteness. I know black men who are athletes who've never dated white women their whole entire lives, and then immediately they get drafted or they're about to get drafted, and then that's the only type of women they go for. And I've literally had an athlete to my face tell me, you would do it too for a check. And it's like, oh. Especially if you're a black girl who's thinking about marrying a professional athlete, one that's like really good with a lot of like sponsorships and like endorsements, you're going to have a very difficult time. Because let me tell you, one time I was told to edit an NFL player's like potential fiance's Instagram, right? And I was going through and I was like, oh, she's so classy, beautiful, there's really nothing that I would change. And both the agent and the manager told him, you need to get your girl to delete all the bikini pictures because for a black girl, that's too much. But mind you, other NFL players will have like white girlfriends, white fiancés who will have bikini pics and it's no problem. But because she's black, it looks unclassy. If you're a black girl, they want you to have the exact same Savannah James layout. Like no drama, super classy, everyone loves you. Like that is the aesthetic that they want you to have, because that's what's going to get these NFL players, these NBA players paid more in endorsements, because it gives them more of a classier vibe. But in our generation, if you're white and just doing like the bare minimum, then you're already considered classy. But yeah, that's the tea. They push them and encourage them to date and marry white girls, and they're not scared to broadcast that during the draft or like, you know, on their social medias, because at the end of the day, that's what brands want to see. Unfortunately, that's the case, even though it's 2024 and we need to wake up.
Yeah, she put that out there. Like every guy's not trying to get with the classy girl, whether black or white. Like a lot of things that you were saying just didn't make sense. I feel like I lost a brain cell hearing you talk. Like, what do you mean? That's not how it goes. Everything you said is wrong, but give them a platform, right?
This whole discussion of why are D1 athletes only dating white girls is so like weird to me, because I thought we had already solved this. White women are a status symbol, okay? They're the pinnacle of beauty by like all standards, you know, white women, especially white blonde women. And they want that as much as they want like, you know, nice jewelry or a nice car. Like
bitterness.
make it big, you get a white woman that is like the status of like success and then the pinnacle of beauty in this country, you know? The only difference of like, why is it like new? Why all of a sudden they're all dating white girls when like, I guess 20 years ago they weren't, is that like, no offense, but like now it's more socially acceptable to date a black guy in this white community. So like now they're doing it, you know, like the same way that like it's socially acceptable to have big lips and get braids, and just culture is changing, you know? Like remember like in the 60s or 70s, they made that movie, Who's Coming to Dinner? And it was like, oh, that's crazy thing that this white woman brought home this black man, and it's just like a culturally crazy thing that they made that whole movie. That was like the 60s and 70s. In the 90s, you know, they would never make like a movie like that, 90s, early 2000s, but still in these circles of like, you know, upper like places where these girls go to college, like, you know, Bama, like a nice white girl from Bama, like bringing home like a big black football player, that would not be socially acceptable. So you see like society progressed a little bit, and now today it's very acceptable, you know, interracial dating is like more accepted. So now those women are okay bringing home those men to their families, and now the men have access to them, so it's like a match made in heaven. Like, I don't know, the whole like thing that it's like, it's a mystery we have to figure out is like strange to me, because like I thought it's been clear for a while, like white women are a status symbol in society, you know, they are like the most beautiful, like based on like all of the signs you've seen growing up, you know, so if you're this big athlete, why not have the most beautiful woman? It's not how I feel, I'm just talking societally. And I do like, I'm not saying, oh my god, it's not that deep, I'm just saying it's like interesting that we're like all trying to crack a case that I thought this was already cracked, but I don't know, maybe I do like still like listening to like the other theories, and I think like the other stuff people are saying is really interesting, but like I thought what I just said was like the main like accepted theory. Like that's why, because they have access to them now, so they want what is considered most beautiful by society. Like, am I wrong? I thought that was like well known. That's why like black athletes and celebrities like love to date white women, right?
Fun fact. So I professionally am a nurse, and the stereotype about black guys is real. Wow, I mean, I did a rough calculation the other day, and I've seen thousands of faces. Is that a flex?
I prefer black guys, but like,
Really?
like I say, like I like all types with vibes, but like, I want to end up with a black man. Very,
Was there a particular reason?
Mixed babies. I just find them more like attractive than any other race of man. Like I just feel like they're superior in every way. Just like
in the bedroom too.
Just so much more beautiful.
I feel like men, especially NBA players, get with the white women. Is it because they're easy, quote unquote?
I got some theories, but I really want to hear it from you.
I do too. I want to hear it too.
I honestly think that maybe they appreciate maybe more and they apologize more.
I couldn't agree more.
Listen, I'm scared. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Yes, I mean, you know.
I had an interview with
they don't mind being held accountable.
So Paul Pierce, I'm guessing is like an ex-NBA player, going to say that he thinks that ball players or black men in general prefer white women because they are not afraid to be held accountable and they apologize.
That's about right. That's about right. Yeah.
Are we talking about the same clear women that yelled grape in the movie Rosewood because her husband was beating her up and down the street and she was tired, so she blamed one of you niggas? Are these the type of women that take accountability? That clear woman in Walmart that got that Indian man locked up? He's still in jail. He's been in jail for over a month because she lied.
You know, the wild thing is she's talking about random things. Like, that's not happening with the majority. I see even black men talk about, oh, you know, white women, like, for instance, that actor, right? She got a black man arrested. Do you know how many white women date black men? Like, people do this all the time, but let her finish.
And said that he tried to steal her baby, and then you looked at the surveillance, and he literally just asked her where he could find the Tylenol, and she pointed him in the direction. These are the women that take accountability. Accountability is like kryptonite for a lot of you niggas. At the end of the day, we don't have a choice but to be accountable as black women. We get blamed for everything y'all do. We get blamed for the state of the community. We get blamed for the kids that we stay and raise. We get blamed because we stick around and assume responsibility and we take accountability when a lot of you just flee. I'm tired of being compared to, like, when at the end of the day, we don't have the same experience walking through the world. We have not had the same experience in this country. If we got up here and compared y'all to white men, the same way that y'all compare us to white women, you would never measure up. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. And the bitch laughing. Then she gonna say, oh, I'm black. Girl, where? Like, do you have two monoracial black parents? And even if you are, you present as something else. So your experience is even different from the average monoracial black woman. Once again, spread love is the Brooklyn way.
For the black men and the black men only. So if you're still here, I assume you're a black man. I got a very, very important message for you right now. So if you're not a black man, you're here, keep scrolling. Use your fingers. Okay, so if you're here, I warned you enough. Quit stressing and get you a snow bunny.
Snow bunny heaven.
Snow bunnies forever.
I mean, the snow bunnies, they're all calling her black men. And I don't know if it's a fetish. I don't know what it is. But men are accepting. Why? Because of what Paul Pierce said. It's that simple. Look, accountability is huge. A man has to be accountable. Say, for instance, if you need a bill paid, he pays the bills. All of a sudden, the bills aren't getting paid, or he's running behind, money's scarce. There's going to be problems. And usually that basketball player is going to take care of those problems because he's making a lot of money on. Good analogy? That's exactly what's happening, but it's not okay. You can't hold one of you ladies accountable because I'm not a clear woman. That's what they'll say. You want me to be like a clear woman? No, I want you to be a woman.
I want something feminine and delicate.
You ever notice how some black men will go outside of their race to find love, but the women that they choose still have black women features? Like the same skin tone, same curves, same lips, same everything. You know why? Because they're still attracted to us. Don't get it wrong. Black men love black women. But it's not the looks that push them away. Sometimes it's the mentality. Sometimes it's the energy, the attitude, and the way we come at them. Too often, we are so quick to tear them down instead of lifting them up. We treat them like they're our enemies when they're supposed to be our partners. So yeah, he might go outside his race, but notice he didn't run away from the black woman's beauty. He ran away from the way some of us talk to him, treat him, stand with him. That's the real reason. They still want us, but not the version of us that's always battling with him.
Exactly.
You gotta fix that. If we start respecting, protecting, and speaking life into them the way we expect them to love us, then watch how quick they stop looking elsewhere. I mean, the features already prove it. Now, it's about the mindset.
So she touched on something here. And I gotta say, a lot of you ladies need to understand what she said. Even me, myself, right? When I met my wife, before I talked to her, my son is part Haitian and black, right? Both black. Also, before I met my wife, I was on a website. I even dated a Jamaican girl, right? I wasn't just looking for Filipinas. And most men that are traveling, right? They're not saying, okay, I just want to get a woman outside of the race. No, it's not like that. Men are not thinking that way. Plus, we're all one people. I don't want to go deep like that, but we're all one, and we'll all come from one man and one woman. But let's not get into that. But still, what she's saying is the attitude. What poor Pierce said, the attitude. And I gotta say, it's not all of your attitudes. It's not. But a lot of times, men are coming from those environments. And what do men see? That. And what are men running away from? That. Every time I make a video, I'm talking about that. We're done with that.
Those days are over.
That black men treat Spanish women better.
Yes.
So my answer to that would be yes and no.
Okay.
So why would I say yes? I think I would say yes is because, like, I'm gonna take it a little deep. Like, society subconsciously brainwashes you to think like light skin, red bone, this, that, and the third. You don't even know that you being like programmed to like this. So when you hit a certain level, you're gonna be like, oh, this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna get because it's making me look like Lil Wayne, Fabulous, Future, whoever is out here promoting that. You get what I'm saying? So like, I feel like when a black man get a Spanish woman, he might do a little bit more to get her. And that when I say they don't get treated better, I'm going to say, this is me speaking from personal experience. You know, I'm from the Bronx. I've been raised around a lot of Spanish women. I got best friends that's Dominican, Puerto Rican, Guatemalan, and they be getting dogged, like dogged out.
By the poppies?
By the black men.
Okay.
Like dogged out. Like it was like unbelievable. Like he
Oh,
slept with your
hold
sister.
up, let's switch it up though. So I see you shaking your head. I see both y'all shaking your head. Do y'all disagree?
Dog.
No, I'm not shaking
Angelica,
my
I wanna-
See, what a lot of people don't understand, even the girl, even the man on that podcast, right? She's talking about different types of black men. There's different, like you notice I said different types of black women. There's different types of black men. There are respectable black men. It sounds like I understand the Bronx area. I'm from New York. Sounds like, I'll be honest, me, myself, I was a pookie at one point. But you kind of reformed. So it sounds like they were dealing with pookies. So does that mean all black men are going to do that to the Spanish woman and dog them out and sleep with their friends? No. A black man that feels he wants to dibble and dabble and doesn't understand the sanctity of marriage, right? And that's a lot of people. I don't want to throw what I believe onto people, but I'm just telling you, a guy that's still a boy is going to do those things, but a man doesn't do that. You can't pit what a couple do on the masses, right? That's like when you see some white people, right? They go, okay, I see a black girl right there. Let me clutch my purse. Now, that may not be such a bad thing because, you know, stereotypes. And really, you should clutch your purse with anybody because 9 times out of 10, it probably won't be a black guy to rob you. But it's known to be true that that's who does the most robberies. So you kind of got to understand it, right? It's one of those things. Like me, for instance, I don't get offended if I walk by a white person and they're clutching their purse. I know they don't know me, but still, you guys get what I'm saying. But we living in the world, and the world is always going to be confused. As you can see, these people are grown, and they're still confused. They're on a podcast and still don't have natural understanding. It's sad.
On your arm, folks. It's no secret that when it comes to LeBron insane when this happened.
Especially when they rich. 2 rich white girls on your arm, bitch. Tell you something about rich on your arm, nigga. Some nigga, you made it when you got 2 rich white women arm, nigga. What the fuck y'all talking about? He's a beat. Shit.
You know what I'm saying with this perfectly? He was just saying, hey, happy International Women's Day. The hands on the shoulder and whatnot day. But yeah, I know how it goes. I know Savannah may be back. Get your hands off my husband. Y'all think about this situation. And is Rashad right? Is it a little different when 2 white women, you know? Comments below.
Respect to Savannah. That's all I got to say. Respect to Savannah because she understands things. She knows that man is an NBA player. She knows that man does what he does. But as long as he keeps that money flowing in the house, right? It doesn't have it so much in the media. It's all over the media what he's doing. But it's still not clear as day. It's clear. Anybody that's grown, that's old enough, knows what's going on. But as long as it's somewhat clean, she has no problem. And she's going to make the house a home. Shout out to Savannah, right? That is the kind of black woman that I'm talking about. She's good. And not that she understands her place. she's not gonna mess up the bag. Shout out to you, Savannah.
I don't mean to say this like to be disrespectful, and maybe this is, some people are gonna think this sounds dumb, but I feel like there's a deeper reason why, you know, people of color and specifically the Black community have been relentlessly persecuted. Like, I mean, just the things that happened during slavery alone, like, were insane. But I don't know, the more I learn about Black history and the ways that, you know, people who literally worked in the government, like the CIA, all these different people in power were trying to ruin the Black community. And it makes me think, dude, I feel like, is there something more going on here than just racism? Because it's like, come on, you're telling me you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like someone's skin color? I feel like, what if, I have this theory that, like, what if Black people have some type of superpower? Like, what if they have, I don't know, if they're just born with something very valuable that we don't really know about, but maybe, you know, like I said, these people, these rich people and these people in power, maybe they figured it out a long time ago, and maybe that's why they were like, oh, we have to, like, get rid of them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I feel like maybe they have something special that we are not taught about that is linked to them being people of color, you know? And I've seen some Black creators come on here and try to explain how special it is to have melanin in your skin and how it has all these different properties. But I don't know. I just feel like I have this theory that this goes so much deeper than maybe a lot of us realize, because I'm sorry, but I don't think you're gonna go out of your way for all these hundreds and hundreds of years to try to ruin one group of people over something as silly as, oh, their skin is a different color. Like, I feel like there's something that we don't know. I'm telling you, there's something special about them that they don't want us to know. Okay, this is just something that I've been thinking about recently, and I'm like, maybe if there are some Black creators that maybe they already made a video and I just didn't see it, I don't know, but like, I don't know, maybe it sounds dumb. Or maybe this is like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock, but, you know, it's just something I was thinking about.
They don't know. See, but I'm going to tell her, right? Because my understanding is deep, very deep. Why? Because I believe in the Bible. And if anyone out there, even in the date market, you look up what's going on. You look at what happened with ladies. Look what happened with how sin came into the world, right? Sin came into the world. Everybody knows the story. I talk about it a lot, especially recently, where Satan went to the lady, and then Eve got Adam to eat the apple, right? So let's go back a little bit behind when sin came in. When God created the man in his image. It's deep. When he created the first man in his image, he created him with dirt, and he was brown. So also melanin in his image. In his image. In his image. So what is God? That's why the hate is there. Do with that what you may. But knowledge is really simple. When you go to God, he makes it so simple. And you're like, wow, the answers are right there. When the first man was created in Ethiopia, between Ethiopia and the Middle East, the Garden of Eden, made in his image. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out. See you next video. Coming.